capital to maintain their lives. As the capital is spent, there is nothing left to spend, so consumer spending and retail spending just gradually fall and fall. I don't think there is going to be a sudden collapse, but there could be a sudden collapse. Because of all the money the Fed's pumping into the system. This is inconsistent with the dollar's value and the dollar being a reserve currency. On gold, Dr. Roberts says to protect the dollar from quantitative easing, the Fed is selling naked shorts in the gold market to keep the gold price from rising so rapidly that it exposes the worthlessness of the dollar. The physical stock of gold in the West to meet delivery demand is diminishing rapidly, so one day the Chinese will buy 100 tons of gold and we won't be able to make delivery. That will crash the system. It would just pop. So there are things that could crash it suddenly. Regardless, the economy is going to gradually sink because there are no jobs or no good jobs. So there is not a recovery. The US is a busted state. It is completely busted. Okay, there will be a sudden crash. Okay, he's thinking that, oh, this is going to go on for a while and, you know, gradually get worse. No, everything is going to happen all at one time. This World War III could kick off and the stocks will crash. Okay, there's only, all it needs is one thing to trigger it off, whatever that one thing would be, you know, and it will drop and it won't return. Okay, because the elites want it that way, man. They're looking to push this world order through. And the dropping of the economy is you know, part of the thing that they wanna do, man. Right, proof US staging false flag for World War III kickoff with Russia. Okay, this is before his news.com. Says if this is true, and since the hacker group Anonymous is famous for hacking into high-level documents and emails, is most likely is true, then this is a blockbuster bombshell. So hacked emails to and from US Army attached assistant in Kiev, Jason Gresh, with Ukraine General Staff Igor Potsuk, discussed plans to arrange a massive attack on transport hubs and Ukrainian military bases in order to frame up the neighbor and create favourable conditions for the Pentagon to act. Like I said, they got their puppet guys in there to pop shit off, to blame on Russians, man. I mean, you know, those two people got shot the other, was it yesterday? Okay, no one really knows who shot them, but it's automatically being blamed on Russia. Okay, it could be the truth, but you know, like I said, there's plans on the back burner right now. You know, to try and escalate these things. Says events are moving rapidly in Crimea. Our friends in Washington expect more decisive actions from your network. I think it's time to implement the plan we discussed lately. The job is to cause some problems to the transport hubs in the southeast in order to frame up the neighbor. It will create favourable conditions for Pentagon and the company to act. Do not waste time, my friend. Respectfully, JP, you know, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is a leak. Okay, that, you know, they're planning shit. There's a devil there. It says a major force of flag attack against Ukraine, blamed on Russia and publicly held as an attack by Russia against Ukraine, for Obama to use as an excuse for US military intervention, which would undoubtedly lead to World War III. Okay. So, like I said, there's shit going on still. Okay, where we at? It says this is from thecommonsenseshow.com. Which false flag attack event will be used to usher in martial law? Okay, so like I said, there's a lot of things that could trigger it off, man. And we're just waiting to see how this is all unfolded. We just know it's gonna happen. Okay, and things seem to be speeding up a bit now. Okay. Right, it says before World War III can be fought over Ukraine, Syria and Iran, the people must be brought to their knees because no rational person will participate in the coming World War. As I pointed out in the 3 previous parts of the series, the spectre of World War III is well within sight. The sides are drawn and the relative strengths of each side are established. Each side is jockeying for position as they will attempt to maneuver the other side into bringing their adversary to the battlefield of their choice. So this isn't a choice. This is in short, the world is poised. Actually, let me get that one. This is all the Lord's doing, man. Oh, he's not spelled that right. Oh, here we go. Okay. Joel 3 verse 12. The heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. Okay, this is where World War III is gonna go from, man. Okay, the meat grind of the Lord, man. That's where the Lord's gonna bring everybody to kill themselves, man. Okay, mass graves, mass death is gonna happen there. Okay, but this is the Lord bringing all this into being. Okay, because this is what's been prophesied. Alright. In short, the world is poised to begin a prolonged conflict which will destroy economies. So like I said, if it was to kick off, the economies would drop. Okay, it's not going to take much. It just needs something major to happen, and then that's what happened. Because all these economies, they're fake, man. Okay, they're fragile. Okay, these economies are not holding up, man. Okay, and it just takes one of these things to happen, and the economy will collapse, man. Okay, and everyone with it. Okay, so you're gonna be needing the chip, okay, to go and buy your items, man. And that's a reason for doing it. Okay, to bring in a new system. Okay, which is gonna be run through the mark of the beast, man. Okay, the RFID chip. This devastate entire regions of the world, and it will in all likelihood kill billions of innocent people. The men behind the curtain will end the conflict at a time of their choosing in order to usher in the new world order, complete with a new global fiat currency. So that's the RFID chip. A supranational military force, complete authoritarian control, and a justice system which deals decisively and brutally towards all dissenters. In short, all who will participate in what is coming will actively contribute to their own demise. As most societies which are being led to destruction, there is a very predictable course of events. A series of false flag events are initiated in order to usher in complete government control of all opposition. And all opposition is eliminated under martial law. Okay, and martial law normally precedes a war in which the citizens are forced to participate. Okay, like I said, the average person wouldn't want to take America to go fight a war with Russia, man. Because that's deadly. Okay, that's devastating, right? It says an endgame. Okay, although this is a different topic for a different article, if one wonders what life would be like for those who survived the Cold War III and the preceding martial law, I would suggest reading everything you can get your hands on with regard to Agenda 21, for phase 1 and transhumanism for phase 2 of the New World Order. The question for this article is, which false flag strategy will usher in martial law? Okay, so yeah, you read that sort of stuff up, man. You know where the elites are trying to push you. Okay, but you know, regarding to the false flags, man, it goes, any discussion except for the fact that false flag rates are coming is supposition to some degree. However, there is enough historical precedent in this area to accurately determine that these common events will follow a very narrow path of possibilities. The following represents my choices as the most likely candidates for the coming false flag attack as a prelude to martial law. Okay, so like I said, once this war is kicked off, man, martial law will be instated. Okay, there will be crackdowns, there will be civil war within these nations. Okay, the Most High has said it. Okay, so that's what it will be. Okay. See, get a scripture here. Alright. In 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 15, start from 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." Okay, that's your government, your police forces. Okay, your FEMA squads and shit. Okay, because there's gonna be fighting in nation as well as outside the nation, man. You're fighting these other nations, but you're gonna be fighting each other. Okay, all these different ethnic groups you got in your countries, man, they're gonna be fighting each other. So a man shall desire to go into Slovakia, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, okay, because of the checkpoints. The checkpoints that be scattered about, different cities. Okay, so because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Okay, this is going to cause a famine, man. All the trade routes are going to be cut off in the war, and you're going to be rationed, man. And how they're going to control those rations through the RFID chip, man. So in that day, that's going to be compulsory, man. Okay, you're going to have to take the chip, or you face being branded as a terrorist, man. Okay, an enemy of the state. Okay, so then for great tribulation. Okay, so these are the things that are going to occur because of the events that are unfolding now. Okay. Okay, one of the reasons I've got in this article here is currency collapsed by cyber attack. Okay, because there's always cyber attacks going on. Okay. This is in large part, prepping is a spectator sport in that most of us enjoy watching others participate, while we wonder which day will begin to store food, water, guns and bullets. Okay. So last fall, DHS and FEMA participated in a series of cyber security drills in which the banks fell victim to a cyber attack and all banking records were destroyed. If you cannot prove how many computer digits you have in the bank, then you own none of the computer digits. Americans would try to present paper records to prove their case, but the banks and the government would dismiss your paperwork as a fraud or lacking proof that you did not spend your money in between the time of your written bank statement and the cyber attack. Okay, so basically they can just pull the plug and say, look, can't prove you had that.